Have you ever noticed that the people you thought would be in your life forever slowly disappeared without a fight, without a goodbye, without a single dramatic moment? No betrayal, no argument, just silence. And strangely, that hurts more than a clear ending, because your brain keeps asking one question: what happened? Here's the uncomfortable truth. Most friendships don't end because of one big event. They end because of hundreds of tiny moments that nobody notices. At first, you text every day, then every week. Then someone forgets to reply. Someone gets busy. Plans become maybe next weekend. And somehow, one day you're just two people who used to know everything about each other. Psychologists call this gradual relationship fading. Your brain hates it because it never gets closure. When someone leaves after a fight, your mind has a reason. But when someone simply fades away, your brain keeps searching for answers that don't exist. That's why you randomly think about an old friend at 2 a.m., not because you still need them, but because your mind never finished the story. Here's something even stranger. Friendships don't survive because of history. They survive because of shared futures. Think about your closest school friend. You spent years together. Then graduation happened. New jobs, new cities, different schedules. Nothing bad happened. Life simply stopped giving you reasons to cross paths. The friendship wasn't destroyed. It was slowly starved. Humans become close through repeated exposure. The more often we see someone, the more connected we feel. Take away that repetition, and even strong emotional bonds begin to weaken. Not immediately, but quietly. That's why coworkers often feel like family until one of you changes jobs. 6 months later, you've barely spoken. Not because you stopped caring, because your daily lives stopped overlapping. But there's another reason friendships disappear, and it's much harder to accept. People don't stay connected to who you were. They stay connected to who you're becoming. Imagine two friends climbing the same mountain. As long as they're walking in the same direction, they naturally stay together. But if one starts climbing another mountain, the distance grows with every step. Neither person is wrong. They're simply following different paths. Sometimes one friend starts a family. Another becomes obsessed with building a business. Someone else moves across the world. The conversation that once lasted for hours slowly turns into, "Hope you're doing well," and eventually, nothing. Here's the part nobody likes to admit. Sometimes we keep chasing old friendships because we're trying to reconnect with an old version of ourselves. The friend reminds us of who we used to be, the carefree weekends, the inside jokes, the person we were before life became complicated. But people change, and sometimes they change in different directions. That isn't failure, it's life. The strongest friendships aren't the ones that never face distance. They're the ones where both people keep choosing each other again and again, despite that distance. Because friendship isn't maintained by memories, it's maintained by effort. A single message, a phone call, a visit, a decision. And if that effort only comes from one side, the silence eventually becomes louder than the friendship itself. So if you've lost people without ever understanding why, don't always blame yourself. Not every friendship is meant to last forever. Some people enter your life to change you, not to stay with you. And maybe the saddest part isn't that most friendships quietly end. Maybe it's realizing you never noticed the last conversation while you're having it.